There's a special breed of construction equipment that doesn't just move earth, it commands respect. These are the dozers that made operators feel like they could flatten mountains, reshape continents, and conquer any terrain thrown at them. From war-torn battlefields to impossible construction sites, these iron giants earned legendary status not through marketing hype, but through raw power, unbreakable reliability, and the confidence they instilled in every operator who climbed into the cab. Today, we're counting down 10 dozers that didn't just get the job done, they made their operators feel absolutely invincible. Number 10. Caterpillar D9G. The Caterpillar D9G, introduced in 1974, was a beast that brought a new level of power to large-scale earth-moving operations. This wasn't just an incremental improvement, it was a quantum leap in dozer technology. The D9G came equipped with a turbocharged V8 diesel engine producing around 410 horsepower. But raw horsepower was just part of the story. The D9G's power delivery was smooth and controllable, giving operators the confidence to tackle jobs that would have been impossible with lesser machines. What really set the D9G apart was its elevated sprocket design. This engineering innovation lifted the final drive components away from ground-level obstacles, reducing damage risk and making the machine more reliable in rocky or debris-filled conditions. For operators working in challenging terrain, this meant fewer breakdowns and more productive hours. The hydraulic system provided precise blade control, allowing operators to make fine adjustments even when moving massive amounts of material. This versatility gave operators confidence to take on diverse projects without worrying about equipment limitations. The improved cab design with better visibility and comfort meant operators could work longer hours without fatigue. The D9G earned its reputation on the world's toughest job sites, from massive dam projects to highway construction through mountainous terrain. Operators spoke of the machine with reverence, describing how it gave them the power to reshape landscapes that seemed impossible to conquer. Number 9. Komatsu D355A. The Komatsu D355A, introduced in the 1970s, was Japan's answer to heavy-duty earth-moving, quickly proving that Komatsu could build machines that rivaled anything from America. This dozer challenged Caterpillar's dominance and gave operators a powerful alternative. The D355A featured a massive inline 6-cylinder diesel that delivered impressive power with excellent fuel efficiency. Japanese engineering focused on reliability, and the engine was built to run continuously under demanding conditions. Operators appreciated that they could push this machine hard without worrying about breakdowns. The exceptional track system featured wider tracks with better weight distribution, providing superior flotation in soft ground. For operators working in swampy areas or sandy soil, this meant going places where other dozers would bog down. That ability to work where the competition couldn't made operators feel they had a significant advantage. The blade system was engineered for maximum productivity, with smooth hydraulic tilt and pitch controls. Whether pushing wet clay or broken rock, the D355A could adapt, and operators loved having that flexibility. The cab featured excellent visibility and thoughtfully arranged controls that reduced fatigue. The D355A made its mark on major projects worldwide, from Australian mining operations to Southeast Asian infrastructure. Operators who switched to the D355A often became loyal Komatsu customers, appreciating the combination of power, reliability, and engineering that made their jobs easier. Number 8. International Harvester TD25. The International Harvester TD25, produced through the 1960s and 1970s, earned respect through its combination of brute force and mechanical simplicity. This powerful crawler proved that straightforward engineering could be just as effective as more sophisticated designs. The TD25 featured IH's legendary diesel engine, known for its durability and power delivery. The engine's torque characteristics were well suited for dozer work, providing strong low-end grunt that allowed operators to maintain momentum when pushing heavy loads. What made the TD25 special was its straightforward mechanical design. The drivetrain was uncomplicated, the hydraulics were simple, and most repairs could be handled without specialized training. For operators, this meant less downtime and more confidence their machine would be ready when needed. The massive blade was built to take punishment. with an overbuilt mounting system that could handle difficult conditions without bending or breaking. The heavy-duty track system used robust components throughout, making it nearly indestructible in harsh conditions. The TD25 found its niche in heavy clearing and land development. Logging operations, pipeline construction, and agricultural clearing were ideal applications where the dozer's durability shined. Operators who ran TD25s appreciated the machine's no-nonsense approach. It wasn't fancy, but it made you feel like you could take on any challenge and win. Number 7. Caterpillar D8H. The Caterpillar D8H, introduced in 1958 and produced through the late 1970s, became the workhorse of the construction industry. Many consider it the perfect balance between size, power, and versatility. The D8H delivered reliable performance across a wide range of applications. What made it special wasn't necessarily the most horsepower. It was having the right amount of power combined with excellent controllability. Operators could finesse the D8H in ways that weren't possible with larger machines. The size hit a sweet spot that made it incredibly versatile. It was large enough to move serious earth, yet not so massive that it was impractical for many sites. This adaptability meant operators could take their D8H job to job, knowing it would be capable regardless of requirements. Exceptional visibility was one of the most appreciated features. The cab design and machine proportions gave operators a clear view of everything. When you can see exactly what your machine is doing, you naturally operate with more confidence and precision. The refined hydraulic system provided responsive blade controls without being twitchy, allowing precise positioning in both grading and production work. The track system balanced ground pressure and traction perfectly. Throughout its long production run, the D8H proved itself on every job type imaginable. Operators who spent thousands of hours in D8H cabs spoke of the machine as an old friend, reliable, capable, and always ready. That trust made operators feel like they could handle anything. Number 6. Fiat-Allis FD50. The Fiat-Allis FD50, produced through the 1970s and 1980s, brought Italian engineering to heavy earth moving. This powerful crawler combined European design sensibilities with American dozer traditions, creating something unique and highly capable. The turbocharged diesel delivered impressive power with excellent fuel efficiency. Fiat's engineering heritage showed in the engine's refinement. It ran smoothly, started reliably in cold conditions, and provided consistent power. Operators appreciated having an engine that felt more sophisticated while maintaining required durability. The advanced hydraulic system provided exceptionally smooth and precise blade control. This level of control made operators feel like artisans rather than just equipment operators. The cab reflected European attention to ergonomics, with thoughtfully positioned controls and excellent visibility. The wide track system provided good flotation in soft ground. The undercarriage components were built to European quality standards, with attention to manufacturing detail. The machine tracked straight and true, making it easier to maintain accuracy and precise work. What really set the FD50 apart was its refinement. While American dozers were often crude, the FD50 felt sophisticated without sacrificing capability. Controls required less effort, the machine ran quieter, and everything felt more refined, translating to less fatigue and more confidence for operators. The FD50 found favor with contractors who valued precision and quality. Site development, fine grading, and projects with tight specifications were ideal applications where its capabilities shined. Number 5. Caterpillar D10. The Caterpillar D10, introduced in 1977, was the largest track-type tractor Caterpillar had built to that point. This milestone machine immediately established new standards for production dozer capability. The D10 was an absolute monster, powered by a turbocharged V12 diesel producing over 700 horsepower. This wasn't just a bigger dozer. It was a fundamentally different class of machine that opened new possibilities for earth-moving productivity. The massive power output was smooth and controllable, giving operators confidence to tackle jobs requiring multiple smaller machines. The elevated sprocket design provided excellent ground clearance and protected vital drivetrain components. The entire undercarriage was engineered to handle extreme forces. For operators, this meant working in challenging conditions without constantly worrying about damage. Despite its enormous size, CAT engineered the D10 to feel manageable. The hydraulic controls were precise and responsive, allowing accurate positioning of the massive blade. After adapting to the scale, operators found the D10 surprisingly easy to operate effectively. The enormous blade was capable of moving cubic yards with each pass. Having this much productivity at their fingertips was exhilarating for operators. Jobs that would have taken weeks with smaller equipment could be completed in days. The D10 made its mark on the largest construction and mining projects worldwide. Operators who ran D10s often described it as a career highlight. There's something uniquely satisfying about commanding that much power and productivity. It truly made operators feel invincible. Number 4. International Harvester TD40. The TD40, produced in the 1960s and 1970s, was IH's largest dozer and brought serious capability to the heavy earth-moving market. This machine gave operators confidence through its sheer strength and unbreakable reliability. The massive diesel engine produced impressive torque and power. IH's design philosophy emphasized durability and maintainability, and the TD40's power plant exemplified this approach. The engine was built with heavy-duty components and designed to be serviced when necessary. Knowing they had a dependable power source made operators more willing to push the machine hard. The TD40's sheer mass and weight was an asset when pushing heavy loads or working in difficult materials. The machine felt solid and planted, like nothing could stop it. Operators appreciated having equipment that felt unmovable. The massive blade was built to extreme durability standards. The cutting-edge, mold-board and mounting structure could withstand incredible abuse. In land clearing, rock work, or pushing compacted materials, this durability gave operators confidence to work aggressively without worrying about failure. The straightforward, robust drivetrain made the machine nearly indestructible. Operators working in the harshest conditions, frozen ground, rocky terrain, or heavy clearing, valued this bulletproof reliability. The TD40 found its calling in the most demanding applications. Heavy land clearing, large-scale site development, and mining operations were ideal environments. Operators developed special appreciation for the machine's no-nonsense character. The TD40 made them feel invincible not through refinement but through sheer unbreakable strength. Number 3. Caterpillar D9H. The Caterpillar D9H, introduced in 1974 and produced through the D9H retained the elevated sprocket design and powerful turbocharged engine, but incorporated improvements based on operator feedback. The result combined massive capability with refined controls and improved reliability, making operators feel even more capable and confident. The enhanced hydraulic system provided better blade response and precision. The system had more power reserve and could handle difficult applications without strain. Operators appreciated having responsive controls that allowed efficient work in both production pushing and fine grading. The undercarriage was engineered for extreme durability. Every component was built to withstand heavy-duty operation punishment. CAT paid particular attention to protecting components from impact damage and contamination, meaning fewer breakdowns for operators working in rocky or debris-filled sites. The advanced cab was quieter, better insulated, and provided excellent visibility. The ergonomically positioned controls and improved working environment reduced fatigue during long shifts, naturally increasing productivity and confidence. The D9H's reputation for reliability in extreme conditions gave operators tremendous confidence. This dozer worked in environments that would destroy lesser machines, from jungles to deserts to frozen expanses, proving it could handle anything. The D9H became famous for military applications, with specially configured versions serving in combat engineering roles. This service demonstrated the incredible durability and capability of the design, giving civilian operators pride in running machines proven in the most demanding conditions imaginable. Number 2. Komatsu D475A. The Komatsu D475A, introduced in the 1980s, pushed the boundaries of what was possible in heavy earth moving. This super heavy-duty crawler brought new levels of productivity to large-scale mining and construction operations. The D475A was enormous, powered by a turbocharged diesel producing over 850 horsepower. This massive power output was delivered through a sophisticated drivetrain that translated engine power into productive work. Climbing into the cab was like taking command of an earth-moving battleship. You knew you had serious capability. Despite its size, Komatsu engineered the D475A to be manageable. The refined hydraulic controls gave operators excellent control over the massive blade. The weight distribution and power delivery provided good traction without excessive ground pressure. Skilled operators could use the D475A with surprising finesse. The extraordinary blade was capable of moving over 40 cubic yards per pass in optimal conditions. The hydraulic system provided enough force to lift and position this massive blade with precise control. For operators, having this much productivity was empowering. You could reshape landscapes at a pace that seemed impossible. The spacious, quiet, climate-controlled cab featured excellent visibility considering the machine's size. The logically arranged controls required minimal effort, reducing fatigue during long shifts. Advanced features like adjustable suspension seating made extended operation possible. The D475A found its niche in the largest mining operations and construction projects. Operators who transitioned from smaller machines often described it as a revelation. The productivity increases were so dramatic that it changed how projects were planned. Running a D475A required skill and experience, but operators who mastered it developed immense pride. The D475A didn't just make operators feel capable, it made them feel like they could conquer any earth-moving challenge decisively. Number 1. Caterpillar D11. At number 1, we have the ultimate expression of earth-moving power. The Caterpillar D11, introduced in 1986, was and remains the largest track-type tractor Caterpillar has ever produced, immediately setting new standards for what's possible in heavy earth-moving. The D11 is powered by a massive turbocharged diesel producing over 850 horsepower in its original configuration, with later versions exceeding 900 horsepower. This is earth-shaking, landscape-transforming capability that must be experienced to be appreciated. The engine's power delivery is smooth and progressive, giving operators precise control over enormous forces. Despite being the largest dozer on the planet, Caterpillar engineered it to feel manageable. The refined hydraulic controls incorporate technology that provides excellent feedback. The optimized power-to-weight ratio maximizes productivity without sacrificing controllability. Experienced operators report that after adjusting to the scale, the D11 responds naturally and intuitively. The blade is an engineering marvel, capable of moving over 45 cubic yards per pass. The hydraulic system has the power to lift and tilt this massive blade with precision. The blade design optimizes material flow and minimizes power loss. For operators, having this much earth-moving capability is exhilarating. The cab represents the pinnacle of operator environment design. It's spacious, extremely quiet, and features advanced climate control. The visibility is excellent, with strategically placed cameras and mirrors supplementing direct sightlines. Every control is positioned for optimal ergonomics. The D11 has become the dozer of choice for the world's largest mining operations and most demanding construction projects. The productivity advantages are so significant that despite its high purchase price, the economics often favor using D11s on the largest projects. For operators, running a D11 is the ultimate achievement. It requires extensive training and skill, but those who master the machine develop fierce pride. Operating a D11 isn't just about moving dirt. It's about commanding the most powerful production dozer ever built and using it to reshape landscapes on an epic scale. The D11-1 makes operators feel invincible because it literally gives them the power to move mountains. When you're controlling nearly 1,000 horsepower and a blade that can move 45 cubic yards per pass, you truly feel like there's no challenge too great. The D11 represents the absolute peak of dozer capability. So that's it for today. If you like this video, then please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching.